Rise and Shine with Robbo and Becci on Vision.
It is Wellness Wednesday, and Justin Geange is with us again, mental health advocate. Great to have you here, mate.
Great to be had.
Yes.
I love it.
Well, we love asking this question of our guests, and that is, what is one thing that you do that always lifts your mood?
Yeah, look, I'm a plumber by trade, so I always look at my buckets. So I got buckets for my spiritual, I got to tip into my spiritual bucket, my physical bucket, my emotional bucket, my connection bucket. But probably the one thing that I love doing, and we haven't talked about it before, is actually my garden. There you go. So not karaoke, not not poetry, but I love. There's something about connecting with nature, getting out in the sun, which gives you little drops of dopamine and stuff like that, serotonin, and getting your hands in the dirt, growing. I've got a mango tree that we grew from seed. And we got 20 mangoes off it this year.
How good is that?
Just those things just give you fill my cup, fill my bucket.
That.
And after a hard day, when you're being really focused with people that are in crisis, actually coming home to plants that usually don't have any baggage,
That's right.
and just being able to go, oh wow, I can do the lawns, I can pull some weeds out. Not too often. There's still some weeds out there, but for me, that's one thing that really fills my bucket and takes my mind off some of the uncontrollables that are out in the world at the moment. These are things that I can control, and so that's something I enjoy.
That's really good.
I do love that.
I got to say, I love that too. It's a funny thing, like when I'm mowing the lawn, like you have some really creative thoughts oftentimes when you're mowing or just out in the yard. So it is that chance just to unplug, isn't it, and not let your mind just go wherever, rather than sort of being almost swamped with all the pressures and the challenges of the day. Yeah,
100%. Yeah,
that's so cool.
That's my go-to. But everyone's going to have their own go-to, so it's about being mindful of what actually fills my bucket. What
exactly.
me, so.
Yeah, that's good. Excellent. I think the other great thing about being in, because you talked about nature, like getting your hands dirty in that, but when you said that, it reminded me of like in Genesis where it said, Adam and Eve walked with God in the cool of the day, so they were in the garden and they were fellowshipping with God and in nature as well. So there's like a bit of a spiritual dynamic, isn't there, to being out in working in the ground.
Yeah, I read a great book, Call to the Wild. Within each and every one of us is that desire to be closer to God through the things that He's gifted us in the world. So yeah, it's cool.
That's great.
Nice.
All right, that's very good.
I got some plants I need you to do.
Yeah, come on.
Right.
Plant hospital.
I'll see if I can
revive them.
Yes. All right. Well, we'll have Justin back next week to do some gardening tips.
I love it.
Thanks for taking time to listen to this audio on demand from Vision Christian Media. To find out more about us, go to vision.org.au.